Well, it's the end of October, so I thought this would be a good time for me to show you my skull collage. This represents the Day of the Dead, which is not scary or gory or anything like that. A lot of people in the U.S. are not really all that familiar with that tradition, but it's a Mexican tradition where they honor their loved ones who have passed on. And they'll have picnics, and they have what they call like sugar skulls of like cakes and candies and cookies that they bring out to the gravesite. It's just a way to kind of spend a day with your loved ones. The reason I did this one was that there's a gallery owner who was putting together a show full of these type of skulls, and she asked me if I would put one together. So I did. It never made it into the show because I ended up selling the original before the show ever started. So this is a print, and I do have prints on my website of this one. So this one has some meaning to me. Like many of my collages, I put little things in there for you to look for, and this one definitely has some of that. Now, the reason I got into doing art was that I had a jaw surgery, and I was laid up for a while, and my mother gave me magazines, and that's how I started doing art. But I had 2 jaw surgeries, on the bottom and the upper jaw. The bottom jaw, I'm going to show you my x-rays, so turn away if you're squeamish from that. The bottom jaw, I have 3 pins that hold it together. Upper jaw, they had to cut into 3 parts. And then they put me together with this brace and a whole bunch of pins. I believe I have 28 pins or 32 pins, I don't remember anymore, holding my whole face together. So on my collage, I show those pins. On the bottom jaw, there are 3 pink flowers, and those represent the 3 pins that are on each side of my jaw. The yellow flowers over here represent that brace that I had holding my face together. And the little yellow flowers are pins, but I couldn't really put in all the pins on that one. Take up too much space. And I also flipped the brace upside down because really it goes straight and like a T here. I just thought, using my artistic license, it looked a little bit better if I flipped it the other way so the flowers are underneath the eyes. And then the other thing I have in here is the nose. And you'll find that there's a faucet in there. And I'm trying to represent that line that separates the 2 sides of your nasal cavity. And the reason I put that in there is that my mother always said when she had a cold, her nose ran like a faucet. So I found a picture of a faucet and I put it in there, and it kind of works for that area. One other thing in the background, you'll see, like, I believe they're called a slate board, like what you see in films that say what take they're on. I used to be a videographer before, did a lot of corporate videos and everything, before I had my jaw surgery. And it wasn't until I had the jaw surgery I started doing art. So that kind of represents my earlier life doing videos. Other than that, there's a bunch of little fun things, random things to look for in here. You'll find a cat, a little lamb, basically because they're white. There's some earrings. There's a spoon that goes down the center of, on either side of the nose. And I just thought it was kind of decorative and it kind of fit in there, especially with all the colors. There's just flowers on the top, and every one of those petals, there's just a separate little thing that I found in a magazine and cut it up so they're not like the full flower, it's just a whole bunch of little bits of it. And then in the background, there's just clothing and words, anything like kind of black and white that I kind of put into the background. So, oh, and there's also this little hand, which I thought was just kind of perfect with the shading to help kind of give me that like little curve around the eyes. So this is my skull. I don't know if I'll do another one. Maybe I will. I'll see. But that was fun to do, and it had a lot of meaning to me. So there you go. I hope you like it. And if you want to print or anything, go to my website.